We're going to continue with the Cornerstone of Emunah, the 39 Molochos of Shabbos. B. The severe punishment for Shabbos desecration. Just as Shabbos is a symbol of creation and then the dominion of Hashem, so conversely is the desecration a manifest denial and repudiation of the most eminent of truths. We learned before that with Shabbos, we get so many spiritual brownie points put on us. We sanctify Shabbos. We clear our head of all this narishkeit and all these things that we should not be thinking about just goes away from us. And we get into a state of purity, a state of oneness. Now, if you're into, Eastern practices, spirituality, and you want to hit the Zen and the Chi and the Buddha, whatever, then they strive their whole lives to hit what we get on Shabbos every single week. And we can get that every single week on Shabbos. So yes, go ahead, spend your whole life in meditation, do whatever you are. I'm not knocking anyone in particular, but I am knocking the concept that you spend your whole life to get what we get every single week. And we can get that every single week. Shut everything off and get to that state of complete calmness, relaxing, a state of relaxing and prayer and learning and eating a whole bunch of cholent. That's what it's about. Of course, cholent. You need that cholent in your system. What's Shabbos about cholent?
Are you live?
What?
Are you live right now?
Am I live?
No. Is that live?
He's recording.
Oh, yes, I'm recording.
Sorry.
Yeah, so you're on it. It's awesome.
Sorry.
So if you read a comment in, yeah, that's me!
Oh, well.
I like feedback. It's cool.
Okay.
The Talmud states that the public Shabbos desecration is tantamount to heresy. Oh yeah. One who knowingly desecrates Shabbos is liable to get the death penalty under the ruling of the Sanhedrin, or to die young by divine retribution, where there is no qualified Sanhedrin. So if there's no Sanhedrin, we die young. Now, there is a lot of fear right now. What about if we break Shabbos and we don't know that we're actually breaking Shabbos? If you have someone who's Jewish and they were not taught properly, they grew up in a home that Shabbos was not important. Video games was presidents in the house and watching TV and eating Friday night out at the local Chinese restaurant was my father makes jokes. That's what the Jews used to do in Queens and Brooklyn. Way back when. Friday night, we eat Chinese. We have the mushu pork. Awesome. But if you don't know about this, then of course you're not going to get punished for it. But it's our job to reach out and teach people this. Yeah, so everyone will die young because they won't listen to us anyway. Okay. Only the Shabbos keepers will survive. No, I don't mean that. I'm going to get a whole bunch of dislike on my YouTube, a bunch of thumbs down and comments. You want us all to die, Rabbi? No, I want you to live! We'll learn. So try your hardest. Okay. Okay. Destructive fires, loss of livelihood. Destructive blazes are prevalent only where there is Shabbos desecration. Homes are destroyed by fire due to Chilul Shabbos, breaking Shabbos. People's livelihoods are lost as a result of Shabbos desecration. What is with me today? This is awesome.
Moses' tongue.
Moses' tongue. See, that makes me feel bad. I do have a speech impediment. And I know I do, when people have made comments about it, and being a teacher of 7th and 8th graders and high schoolers, they will call you out on it. And there was one day I had a vocabulary word, which I could not pronounce for the life of me, and I had one of these therapists inside the room helping one of the students, and I couldn't say the word. And I kept trying and trying and trying, and she kept saying the word for me, and she said in the end, "Come on, Rabbi, why can't you say it?" I don't know. Leave me alone. I try. Even non-Michal business occupations called Mitzo, Chavetzko, are a form of Shabbos desecration. You know what I mean. Stop staring at me. Business go bankrupt because of the proprietors supervise their business affairs or plan business deals on Shabbos. So even though we're not working on Shabbos, the business is closed on Shabbos, we go to shul and we meet people like, hey, Jimmy, we're I'm thinking falafel, but no one here, I don't want to call people out, but hey Jimmy, we're in the toxic waste business, so if I sell you 5 bundles of toxic waste for you to plant in the ground, it's Shvat. I'm trying to make a tree reference. 12 bushes of toxic waste so you could plant in the ground for, whatever. You're doing a business on Shabbos. You are desecrating the Shabbos. Even though you're not doing business, you're not signing a contract, you're still discussing business on Shabbos. What happens if your business is a mitzvah? Let's say you collect tzedakah for a living, and you finally meet a big donor. And shul. Big donor comes to shul out of the blue. We're located in Eugene, Oregon, and a big donor comes from New York. And you're never going to get an opportunity with him. And at the Kiddush, he's sitting over there going to town on his bowl of cholent by himself. And you see him, and you get that laser focused staring contest. 1, 2, 3, go. And you get that laser focus, and you're staring at him, and no one else is going near him. Are you allowed to approach him and ask him for tzedakah? We'll get to that later on. Ponder that. And let not a man wonder how it is that we see many Shabbos desecrators violating the Shabbos with ease. Yet they seem to succeed in their endeavors, and their fortunes smile upon them. Yet if one pauses to reflect upon these things and follows the careers of such persons over the passage of years, one will almost invariably perceive a pattern. Sooner or later their time runs out. The cured lagars of the Michal Shabbos evaporates into oblivion, and he suffers the bitter plight of poverty. Even in those rare cases where their wealth seems secured, it is only to their eternal doom. Their success is only the fleeting illusion of this transient world. That's what the Chavetz Chaim says. Another thing I do want to point out when saying this, but yeah, you do see people. You do see people who break the Shabbos. They have business open on Shabbos, and they have these huge Fortune 500 companies, and they make so much money they don't even know what to do with. Their cigars, the leaves are wrapped in $100 bills when they smoke their cigars. I'm rich! I'm making so much money right now, more money than you'll see in a year. And they do this, and their whole life they're doing this, and on their deathbed, and they're smoking their last cigar. And they say, I have no regrets, except for not making more money than I am now. And that's it. Their whole lives they have it. But one thing you forget is that a person tends to think of the now. We're thinking about now. But let's look at our lineage down the line, our heritage. You will see some of the richest people, Jewish people, who have worked on Shabbos down the line. Their children and their ancestors were stricken with extreme poverty. They're selfish. They care about their needs now and not the needs of their future.